Why, hello there, and welcome to Let's Play Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze with me, Hedonia37. And I think that all the other Donkey Kong LPs that I've done thus far start on the main menu. I was going to start at the opening cutscene, but I figured let's try to keep up the tradition here. Fifth Donkey Kong Country game I've done, and here we go. I didn't want to waste any time. I usually spend the first, I didn't want to end up spending the first, 5 minutes of the part just, going on about random junk on the main menu screen, and then be like, alright, let's start the game now. You know what? Yeah, we've gone for 20 minutes, let's end off the part. Next time we'll start the game. So yeah, button up, put your coat on, wear a scarf if you need to, put a hat on. Yeah, it's gonna get cold on Donkey Kong Island. If we can ever get to the game. Just watching that. Oh, wow. Okay, it snuck up on me. Anyway. I think that volume was good enough. Oh, yes. Little testy things. Don't worry about a thing. I'm just gonna get rid of this. What a weird little box. It's hardly a box. Gosh, I'll erase the file. 0% progress. What a shame. Yeah, I did have to test out what things would look like with my new setup in all this stuff. Because I had to see, because the preview screen is lagging a little bit. Yeah, control pad, that's what I want. Yeah, right? Why would it be any different? Why are you trying to scare me, game? Yeah, here we go. Alright! I am really looking forward to this. I was excited because I did Pikmin 2 and DKC Returns alongside each other, so now I'm doing Pikmin 3 and Tropical Freeze alongside each other. They're also both really good games, but that's fun. Even if even if they sucked, at least I got the tradition. Anyway, they got this cake here. They look very detailed. They're very excited to eat this banana cake thing. They didn't invite Funky or anyone else. There's a lot of other friends they could have invited, and Donkey Kong seems kind of stumped. He just kind of stopped halfway. He's like, all right, wait, how do I eat cake? He's like Booster from Mario RPG. They have so many other pals they could have invited. Maybe they invited these guys. This, well, it's a penguin-looking thing. It's not a monkey. They can invite non-monkeys, I think, or non-apes. See, this is interesting. These little guys, these new enemies here, they recognize that that is the Donkey Kong residence, or the Kong residence, so you know that they know who he is. So that's kind of, you know, it's food for thought. It kind of makes you wonder, do these... I don't know. It could... I mean, maybe I'm putting too much... It's a Donkey Kong game. I'm putting too much thought into it. Anyway. That guy seems like kind of a jerk. You got the Ice Daggons. Frost Daggons in 3D! Might as well be. The freaking quality is ridiculous. And they still haven't even... They haven't even touched the cake yet. They were about to eat it when we last saw them. They don't know how to do it. They can't figure that they couldn't animate them eating the cake. Too much effort. Anyway. I love how you can see all of Cranky's little help shacks from the first game from Returns. They kept those there. Interesting attention to detail. Anyway, we got ganked. We got blown away. We got flushed away like that random movie with the rats. Does anyone remember that? There's the factory. I love that place. Aw. Oh yes, Dave Wise soundtrack, which is pretty sick. I'm a huge fan of Dave Wise. Not that there's not much else aside from the Donkey Kong Country games that I really know him from. I've heard his other stuff. He's consistently good, but yeah. Whole soundtrack by Dave Wise, which is sick. I'm so happy they got him for this. That's just so cool. Anyway, we got kind of screwed over here. Our island has been taken from us. The main thing to me, if I'm Donkey Kong and those guys took my island, if it were me... Let's get out of this plane. I don't want to be in this plane. That's ridiculous. Planes, trains, and automobiles. Well, you're no saint. But, did not have to do it again. He's pretty for just being thrown off his island, he seems in a pretty good mood, and there it is in the background. Taking some cues from, frickin' the first game with the volcano in the background, and Mario Brothers, new Super Mario Brothers U. Classic one-up at the start. I think we got the, yeah, there's the, you can hear it. It's just the main menu, the start screen from DKC Returns, but yeah, I love this kind of thing though. Like you can see where you have to go in the background. Like that is, we have our goal is to reach there, our island. It seems like this is the new thing with Nintendo games. Is oh, Donkey Kong can swim again. By the way, he realized he can swim. It was a mistake in Returns. Like, sorry guys, I must have forgotten that I am very good at. Like this is pretty intense. This is like water bending swimming right here. I would love to mix universes there. Water, frickin' Avatar: The Last Kong, The Legend of Donkey, Korra Kong. Korra Kong sounds pretty sick, actually. No, this coin, I'll never reach it. That's okay. There's plenty more. There's actually coins they made them even more important in this game. All they were really good for in Returns is getting those keys. This game they have even more of a purpose. They matter now. I'll get this coin. Yippee. But as I was saying, if I'm Donkey Kong and like if it were me, like if it's Hedonia Kong or Harry Kong, and I've just been thrown off my island by those guys, you know, they stole it from me. First, I'm mad about that. That sucks that they've taken my island away. You know, that's my home. That's really not good. However, there is another big reason that I want to return. It's that they've turned it into a winter wonderland. Like, I'm like that abominable snowman in Monsters, Inc. I would love it there. I would love to just keep the island that way forever. I'd be like, perfect, you guys made it better. I wish I knew about this. If only we could be friends and have an agreement. Like, that's why I would... That's like... Aside from the fact that it's my home, I'd have even more reason to return. Like, if they just took it willy-nilly, like, we're gonna take your home, I'd be like, alright. Maybe I'll go back, maybe I won't. Like, this place right here, Mangrove Cove, is pretty nice. I might show here, but... The fact that they turned that place into a winter wonderland, because Donkey Kong Island, as we saw in Returns, is devoid of any snow areas, any ice areas. And they had to go ahead and add that. They turned the entire place into a winter wonderland. But of course, now we've been thrown off. That's just me, though. We have Diddy here. DD. Not even affect. I thought that got him. Screw you. Whatever. I guess that makes sense because then I would not have a platform. This whole place scares the crap out of me. Whenever you land on anything, that just falls down. And each time you think like, oh, this one probably won't fall down, it will. Well, this one won't because it has a plant on it. It'd be screwy. Underwater, by the way, if you have Diddy or other, well, maybe we'll encounter other people that have riding on our backs throughout the game. Who knows? Perhaps there's more than just Diddy this time. Don't worry, it won't be like Yoshi's Island DS where they have all the new babies and it kind of sucks. This game does it right. But yeah, with Diddy underwater, you have the jetpack, which kind of gives you a little boost. Diddy's probably my least favorite Kong to use underwater. I mean, throughout the game, you'll find that Dixie really is the best and easiest to use. Although I really do like playing with Cranky as well, which... Geez, I recorded Pikmin 3 last night, and I was also saying things that just sounded very dirty. There was stuff I didn't catch, either. You also have things like these, where you have to collect all the bananas to get a goodie. There's a lot of interest... It's nothing too crazy in this game. Just sit back, relax, have fun, and appreciate Kong. And how beautiful this game is. This game, I think I've reached a conclusion, by the way, that I do prefer this game over, Gotta focus for that. Oh, I could've gotten the coin, but whatever. I don't care. I reached a conclusion that I think I do prefer this game over Returns. It's just really... There's something about it that's just a lot more fun. I mean, Returns is a really, really good game. I mean, it's like the first 3 DKC games where, like, I like the second one the best, but the other two are still really, really good, you know what I mean? Is this a thing? No. Too much detail, I can't tell what's going to be producing puzzle pieces or what's just the background. There's actually a really good example of that later on in World 4 that we'll see. By the way, if you hit L or R when you get enough goodies, you can do that. They explain it eventually. I think there's like a point coming up where we can down up there, where we can like they want you to know that. You'll see as it comes up. I'm kind of like jumping ahead. I don't know if they expected you to be able to know you can do that, but it's basically like, as you can see, there's a little green meter over there. It's filling up next to on the far left of the screen. It's really small. But when you get bananas and crap, it fills up gradually, and when it fills up all the way, you press either L or R. And whoever you're with will have a different effect. Well, depending on whoever you're with. With Diddy, you'll get 1-ups for every enemy that's on the screen, which is pretty good. I pretty much, as you'll watch this Let's Play, you'll notice that it's going to be filled up the majority of the time. I always forget to use it because I just don't care. This is kind of tricky, actually. I screwed this up the first time I played this game. I messed up big time. By messed up big time, I mean I had to just do it again. So, whoops. There we go. It's so random. Like, when I first played this, I thought, like, oh, there's gonna be stuff like that now? Like, bonus level kind of things in the actual levels? How interesting. But that's, like, the only time in the game that ever happens. It's very random. It's like when they made this first level, they thought like, oh, we'll have stuff like this all over the game. Then they got kind of lazy and said, you know what, no. It's too much work. You'll also notice, well, here's real bonus rooms again. Gotta love those interrupting bonus rooms. They're kind of cool this time around, though. They're actually sort of engaging. Let's not screw up now, though. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, if you notice, the first level... I mentioned before, Dave Wise does do the entire soundtrack to this game, which if you don't know, he did a lot of songs from the first Donkey Kong Country. He did the entirety of DKC 2 and like a few songs from DKC 2, nothing really that important. He did like the Wrinkly Save Cave music and stuff like that, nothing too big. He didn't do like Rock Face Rumble or any of that stuff. Like people think like, oh, he probably did like Rock Face Rumble or the cool songs. He didn't really do any of that stuff in DKC 3, but... yeah, see, they give you all those bananas here, and that will fill it up all the way no matter what. And then they tell you, oh, press these buttons to do this. It's ridiculous. Like, we already have tons... like, the fact that you can get a 1-up for every enemy that's on the screen, and you don't even have to kill them or anything, that's kind of ridiculous. But it's different depending on... do I have all the... I'm missing a puzzle piece. I think it's at the end, though. Logically, it's at the end. I hope it's at the end. Don't know where else it would be. Yes, whoa, I was gonna say. There we go. Alright, perfect. Oh, really? Now I look stupid in front of all my viewers. But as I mentioned, Dave Wise does the soundtrack to this whole game, and there are a couple of really, really obvious remixes. However, some are kind of subtle. Like, I noticed that in that first stage, the song, if you want to find it on YouTube and listen for yourself, because it's probably hard to hear here, it sounds like the, like, you know, Congo jungle kind of music, for, like Jungle Hijinks. But it also has a lot of, elements of, I forget what the name of the song is. That song, the first song from DKC 2, the first stage song, that that's definitely in there. And it's pretty cool, because I noticed it a lot throughout this game. I feel like there's a lot of songs that, like, aren't direct, or, like, exact remixes, but they have elements of other songs from DKC 2 in them. It's pretty cool. And I'm going to stop the first part right here, actually, because I want to keep the parts short-ish for this LP. Just because I can, because I have that power, so. Fun pursed fart. I'll see you guys next time, then. Bye now.